The question is Earth a planet? And I think that it's not. However, according to the Wikipedia, a planet comes from ancient Greek and it means wandering star. Now, it's a celestial body orbiting a star or stellar remnant that is massive enough to be rounded by its own gravity. It is not massive enough to cause thermonuclear fusion and has cleared its neighboring region of planetesimals. The term planet is ancient, with ties to history, science, mythology, and religion. The planets were originally seen by many early cultures as divine or as emissaries of deities. As scientific knowledge advanced, human perception of the planets changed, incorporating a number of disparate objects. In '06, the International Astronomical Union officially adopted a resolution defining planets within the solar system. This definition has been both praised and criticized, and remained disputed by some scientists since it includes many objects of planetary mass based on where or what they orbit. While 8 of the planetary bodies discovered before 1950 remain planets, on the modern definition, some celestial bodies such as Ceres, Pallas, Uno, Vesta, and Pluto that were once considered planets by the scientific community are no longer viewed as such. And I think also they should rule Earth out. Now, they said in early times, science and religion, mythology, and history sort of dominated this astronomy. And I particularly think that religion has important information that we should consider. Now, it is also believed that at one time that Earth was the center of the universe in which everything circled around the Earth. But then, of course, the Earth being so close to the Sun, the other planets other than Venus, Mars, and Mercury, they operate between the Sun and the Moon and the Earth, so they go around without going around Earth. But Jupiter and Saturn, these other ones, are further out, and so they go around Earth as well as the other planets and the Sun. But God created this system here for a special reason. There was problems in heaven. He cast out a third of the angels, and he wanted to replace them. So he came in and created this universe here, and he organized Earth, put in life supporting systems, put man in, who were to grow to a certain number that replaces the angels, and when that number had reached, they would have stopped production, gone to heaven, and I'm not sure what would have happened to Earth. But because man failed, he had to go and create another world and set up the humans over there as highly probable, and I believe they have succeeded. Okay, or he continued until he found the successful. But I think in the second attempt he got it right, because the first attempt with Adam and Eve, the reason was that they fell is because they were separated. As long as you could advise them never to be separated, stay together, it's going to be good. Because Eve couldn't understand, Satan's reasoning. Both together would have been able to understand it, and it would have been different. So, although Earth, Mars, Mercury, and Venus are considered sort of, what do you call it here, planet, yes. And so the planets are generally divided into 2 main types: large, low-density gas giants and smaller, rocky terrestrials. So Earth happens to be among the first 4, which are considered terrestrials, and the other types are not terrestrials. They are low-density gas giants. And you can understand, I mean, Earth is at the right distance. If Earth had been further away, it wouldn't have been able to sustain life, because we're so far from the sun, and you wouldn't have vegetation that could grow because of the lack of the sunlight to do photosynthesis, regenerating oxygen, absorbing some of the carbon dioxide, and for our own warmth and so on. The place would be real hot. I mean, real cold, sorry. Be real cold. And closer would be very, very hot. I mean, maybe this is why I don't know much of folks going to Mercury, and more here than going to Mars and other planets because they're so close to the sun. I think that space travel might be a problem going to those closer ones. However, because Earth was created for man and man lives in it, I think we should take out to the planetary sphere. Although it's a terrestrial and it's just similar in many ways to Mars, Mercury, Venus, I think we're different because life is here, and on those other bodies, nothing could live. It seems as if scientists are thinking in terms that they could colonize some of these planets and put life in it. But if you read Genesis, the deliberate acts that God had done, I mean, no human could do that. They say also that Earth and another body has magnetic sort of fields. Now, I don't understand, and I'm sure nobody knows perfectly how we could walk upright when the Earth is upside down. When we are at the bottom, we don't fall off, and so on. And like going to on the moon, where we see individuals, there isn't as much gravity, and it's like they have to the walking and the jumping and the bumping and so on. It's so different, and because of this, I think that Earth definitely is unlike Mars, Mercury, and Venus, and shouldn't be considered a planet. It's home. It's a garden. It was a place where people live and act.